Look up at the stars and not down at your feet. Try to make sense of what you see and wonder about what makes the universe exist. Be curious. Stephen Hawking. Our existence is both a marvel and a paradox. Here, on this fragile world spinning amidst the void, we inhabit a sanctuary born from chaos. Earth, a cosmic miracle, thrives precariously within a thin band of conditions where water flows, oxygen fills the air, and life can flourish. The interplay of forces that shaped our planet is an intricate ballet of chance and necessity, a testament to the fine balance required to sustain life. Yet, this world is not ours alone. We share it with countless other forms of life, each as improbable and extraordinary as we are. Beneath the soil, in the oceans, and across the skies, the biosphere forms a complex and interwoven tapestry, a living network that underscores the unity of existence. And when we step back to view it as a whole, we see not just a planet, but a singular, astonishing organism, a pale blue dot, as Carl Sagan poetically described, brimming with life and possibility. Beyond the confines of our atmosphere, the vastness of space humbles us. The Milky Way, a sprawling galaxy of over 100 billion stars, arcs across the heavens, a reminder of the enormity of the cosmos. And yet, even this majestic structure is but a single note in the symphony of the universe. Beyond our galaxy lie countless others, each a cradle of stars, planets, and perhaps life. The sheer scale of it defies comprehension, stretching our imaginations to their limits. In this immense cosmic stage, it might seem as though we are insignificant, a fleeting presence in a universe that neither knows nor cares about us. But insignificance is a matter of perspective. From the atoms forged in the cores of ancient stars to the boundless curiosity that propels us outward, we are deeply connected to the cosmos. We are a way for the universe to know itself, a self-aware fragment of an infinite whole. Our search for understanding, the quest to decipher the stars, to map the galaxies, to uncover the laws of nature, is as much a journey inward as it is outward. Through the lens of a telescope or the data from a spacecraft, we glimpse the distant past, when the universe was young and galaxies were newly forming. Through these studies, we also confront profound questions about our own existence. Why are we here? What is our purpose? Are we alone? The silence of the cosmos is, in its own way, a profound answer. It challenges us to find meaning not in what lies beyond, but in what we create here, on this tiny oasis. It reminds us that the universe is not something separate from us, we are part of it, woven into its fabric. And in recognizing this, we discover that the greatest mysteries are not merely out there, among the stars, but also within us. To explore is to hope. To ask questions is to dream. And as we gaze upward, we carry with us the collective wonder of humanity, a testament to our boundless curiosity and our enduring connection to the stars. In the vast, silent expanse of the universe, we find not despair, but a profound sense of belonging, as if, amidst the infinite, we have found our place. The story of our existence is deeply intertwined with the story of the cosmos. It is written in the language of physics and chemistry, illuminated by the light of distant stars. But it is also a story of biology, of the fragile conditions that made Earth a cradle for life, and of philosophy, a reflection on our place in a universe that is both indifferent to us and profoundly shaped by our perceptions. Life on Earth began over 3.5 billion years ago, a humble spark in the primeval ocean. From that spark, through countless cycles of change and adaptation, emerged the astonishing diversity of organisms that populate our planet today. Each species, including our own, is a branch on the sprawling tree of life, shaped by the ceaseless interplay of mutation, selection, and chance. And yet, of all these branches, humanity stands apart, not because we are the most successful, nor the most enduring, but because we are the most curious. This curiosity is the driving force behind our progress. It is what led ancient astronomers to chart the movements of the stars, what inspired explorers to sail uncharted seas, and what compels scientists today to send robotic emissaries to the farthest reaches of the solar system. It is, perhaps, our most defining trait, a restless desire to understand the world around us and our place within it. But in our quest for knowledge, we must also reckon with the shadows we cast. For all our ingenuity, we are also capable of great harm, to each other, to the ecosystems that sustain us, and to the planet itself. The Anthropocene, this era of human dominance, is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it represents the pinnacle of our creative potential, on the other, it is a stark reminder of our capacity for destruction. The challenges we face are immense. Climate change, biodiversity loss, and the depletion of natural resources threaten the delicate equilibrium that has allowed life to thrive on Earth. At the same time, the vastness of space reminds us that our planet is unique, at least in the observable universe. To squander its riches would be to gamble with the future of our species, and perhaps with the only spark of life in an otherwise barren cosmos. And so, the question arises, what will our legacy be? Will we be remembered as a species that reached for the stars while neglecting the ground beneath our feet? Or will we be the stewards of a fragile planet, finding harmony between exploration and preservation? In the end, the universe does not judge us. The stars will continue to burn, the galaxies will continue to drift, and the cosmic dance will continue long after we are gone. But within this indifference lies a kind of liberation. We are free to shape our own destiny, to choose a path that reflects not only our intelligence but also our wisdom and compassion. Perhaps that is the true gift of the cosmos, not answers, but questions. Questions that inspire us to look beyond our own horizons, to imagine worlds that might be, and to care for the world that is. In asking these questions, we find not only a deeper understanding of the universe but also a deeper understanding of ourselves. We are not merely observers of the cosmic story, we are participants, threads in the vast tapestry of existence. As we continue our journey, on Earth and among the stars, let us remember that every discovery, every insight, is a testament to the human spirit. For in the grand, silent expanse of the cosmos, it is our curiosity, our creativity, and our capacity for wonder that shine brightest. And perhaps, just perhaps, that light is enough. The light of human curiosity, fragile yet tenacious, shines like a flickering flame against the infinite backdrop of space. It has carried us from the earliest myths of constellations to the engineering marvels of telescopes that peer back in time. It is this same light that propels spacecraft beyond the borders of our solar system, carrying messages of humanity, encoded hopes and dreams etched into golden records, into the vast cosmic silence. Yet, as we send these whispers into the void, we must ask ourselves, what are we searching for? Is it companionship in the cold expanse of the universe? A reassurance that we are not alone? Or is it a deeper truth, a mirror that reflects the essence of what it means to be human? The search for extraterrestrial life, for habitable worlds orbiting distant suns, is not just a scientific endeavor. It is an act of profound self-reflection, a question that asks as much about who we are as it does about who might be out there. The universe, it seems, is built on paradoxes. It is vast, yet bound by laws so precise that stars form, planets coalesce, and life emerges in its quiet corners. It is ancient, yet every moment of its existence is a prelude to the present, a sequence of events so finely tuned that they culminate in this, our fleeting moment of awareness. And within this paradox, we find meaning. For in understanding the stars, we understand ourselves, in contemplating the infinite, we are reminded of the preciousness of the finite. The Earth, though small in the cosmic scale, is immense in its significance. It is the only home we know, a singular point of light in a sea of darkness. And yet, it is more than a home, it is a reminder of what is possible when the universe conspires to create conditions for life. The blue oceans, the swirling clouds, the vibrant greens of its forests, all are products of an extraordinary balance, one that we must not take for granted. As we gaze outward, we must also look inward. The same curiosity that drives us to explore the cosmos must compel us to care for the Earth. It is a delicate and irreplaceable world, a masterpiece of cosmic evolution. To neglect it would be to squander a gift so rare that, as far as we know, it exists nowhere else in the universe. The stars may inspire us to dream, but the Earth reminds us to act, with urgency, with humility, and with love. And so, our journey continues. We are creatures of a small world, born from stardust, reaching toward the infinite. We may never find all the answers, but that is not the point. It is the act of asking, the drive to know, to understand, to connect, that defines us. Every question we ask, every discovery we make, is a step forward, not just for science, but for humanity. In the end, the cosmos is not a separate realm, it is our context, our origin, and our destiny. It is both the stage and the story. And within it, we find a profound truth, that in a universe vast and indifferent, it is our consciousness, our ability to wonder, that gives meaning to it all. We are not simply observers of the stars, we are their children, and in us, they shine. 4.0. You said. ChatGPT said. ChatGPT. As we move forward into the unknown, the act of exploration itself becomes a profound statement about who we are. To explore is to admit that we are incomplete, that the answers we seek still elude us, and that the pursuit of knowledge is as eternal as the stars themselves. It is an act of humility, but also of hope, a recognition that there is more to discover, more to learn, and more to become. The tools of our exploration have grown with our understanding. The ancient observatories of Babylon have given way to orbiting telescopes that capture light from the earliest days of the universe. Spacecraft now touch the surface of distant moons, and rovers wander the red plains of Mars, searching for traces of water, signs of ancient life, and hints of our own future. These machines, extensions of human curiosity, represent not only our technological prowess but also our enduring drive to reach beyond our grasp. Yet for all our advancements, the universe remains largely a mystery. Dark matter, dark energy, the true nature of time and space, these are puzzles that hint at a reality far stranger and more wondrous than we can currently imagine. Each discovery seems to open new questions, each answer revealing deeper complexities. But this, too, is part of the beauty of the cosmos. It resists simplicity, challenging us to think bigger, to question deeper, and to embrace the unknown. This journey outward has also brought us closer to understanding our shared humanity. When astronauts first looked back at Earth from space, they saw no borders, no divisions, only a fragile, glowing orb suspended in darkness. That perspective, known as the overview effect, has been transformative. It reminds us that despite our differences, we are all passengers on the same tiny spacecraft, hurtling together through the void. This perspective is not just poetic, it is urgent. The challenges we face, climate change, inequality, conflict, are global in scale and demand a global response. If we are to survive and thrive, we must learn to see ourselves as a single species, united by our shared home and our shared destiny. The cosmos teaches us this lesson with every image of a distant galaxy, every faint whisper of a signal from deep space. We are small, yes, but we are also together. Philosophers have long grappled with the tension between the vastness of the universe and the seeming insignificance of human life. But perhaps this tension is not a contradiction, but a gift. It invites us to find meaning not in the scale of the cosmos, but in the depth of our connections, to each other, to our planet, and to the stars that gave us form. The night sky has always been a canvas for our dreams. Its constellations tell stories of gods and heroes, of creation and destiny. But beyond the myths and the metaphors, the stars tell another story, a story of atoms forged in stellar furnaces, of galaxies born in the aftermath of a great cosmic explosion, of a universe that has been evolving for billions of years. And now, we are part of that story. Our thoughts, our actions, our aspirations, they are chapters in the ongoing narrative of the cosmos. In this narrative, there is no final answer, no ultimate goal. There is only the journey, the ever-unfolding process of discovery. And as long as we continue to ask questions, to seek understanding, and to reach for the stars, we will remain true to the essence of what it means to be human. We are explorers, dreamers, and storytellers. We are stardust, contemplating the stars. And in the silent, infinite vastness of the universe, our voices, the questions we ask, the stories we tell, resonate with a beauty that is uniquely our own. The story of humanity is still young, written in fragile ink on a cosmic timeline that stretches unimaginably far. Yet, even in our brief moment, we have accomplished wonders that speak to the unique spark of intelligence and creativity within us. We have tamed fire, charted the seas, split the atom, and decoded the building blocks of life. Each step forward has been a triumph of curiosity over ignorance, of collaboration over isolation, and of hope over despair. But as our knowledge grows, so too does our responsibility. The universe is vast, but our small corner of it, the Earth, is finite. Its resources, its ecosystems, and its delicate balance are not inexhaustible. For all our advancements, we remain deeply dependent on this fragile biosphere, and the choices we make today will echo through the centuries, shaping the lives of those who come after us. In looking outward, we are reminded of this truth. The barren landscapes of Mars, the frozen oceans of Europa, and the scorched surface of Venus show us worlds that could never sustain the richness of life we take for granted. These planets, though fascinating in their own right, stand in stark contrast to the living, breathing Earth. They remind us that what we have is precious beyond measure, a rarity in the vast cosmic sea. Yet, there is also a paradox in our exploration. While we seek to understand other worlds, we are also, in some ways, preparing for the possibility that one day, we may leave this one. Whether driven by necessity or curiosity, the dream of becoming an interplanetary species is no longer confined to science fiction. Missions to the Moon, plans for human settlements on Mars, and the search for habitable exoplanets are all steps toward that distant horizon. But even as we look to the stars, we must not lose sight of our roots. Leaving Earth is not a substitute for protecting it. Instead, the two are deeply intertwined. The same ingenuity that allows us to send probes to the edges of the solar system can be used to create sustainable energy systems, to reverse the damage we have done to our environment, and to ensure that future generations inherit a world worth calling home. The stars may be our destination, but Earth is our origin, and it will always be a part of us. The atoms in our bodies, forged in ancient supernovae, have found their way into this specific corner of the galaxy, this particular world, this moment in time. To honor that lineage is to care for the Earth, not just for ourselves but for all life that shares it with us. As we stand on the cusp of great change, poised between a world that we know and the possibility of others, we are faced with a choice. Will we be caretakers of our home, mindful of its fragility, or will we continue down a path that risks its ruin? Will we approach the stars with humility, understanding that exploration is a privilege, not a right, or will we repeat the mistakes of the past, seeking to conquer rather than to coexist? The cosmos is silent, but its silence is not empty. It is filled with questions, questions that challenge us to be better, to think bigger, to dream more boldly. And in answering those questions, we have the opportunity to define not just the future of humanity, but the legacy we leave behind. In the vastness of the universe, our actions may seem small, but they are not meaningless. Every choice we make, every step we take, ripples outward, shaping the story of who we are. And as long as we continue to reach for the stars while cherishing the ground beneath our feet, there is hope that we can create a future worthy of the wonder and beauty of the cosmos. We are, after all, the universe made aware of itself, a spark of consciousness in an ocean of mystery. And as we journey forward, let us carry with us the best of what we are, our curiosity, our compassion, and our unyielding determination to understand. In doing so, we honor not only the stars but the story they have written in us. The narrative of our existence, intertwined with the cosmos, is a story of contrasts, vastness and intimacy, chaos and order, fragility and resilience. It is in these contrasts that the essence of humanity emerges, a species defined by its ability to find meaning in the face of the infinite. The stars, distant and silent, beckon us to dream. They are a reminder that we are part of something far greater than ourselves, a universe so vast and ancient that our brief lives seem like whispers in eternity. Yet, in those whispers, there is power. We may be small, but we are not insignificant. Our ability to question, to imagine, and to create gives us a unique place in the cosmic story. We are the observers, the storytellers, and, perhaps, the caretakers of this fragile corner of existence. As we push the boundaries of what we know, we find ourselves standing at the edge of a profound realization: the universe does not revolve around us. For centuries, humanity clung to the belief that we were the center of all things. The discoveries of Copernicus, Galileo, and others challenged this notion, revealing a cosmos where Earth is but one planet among many, orbiting a star that is itself unremarkable in a galaxy of billions. This humbling perspective could have diminished us, but instead, it has inspired us. It has taught us to look beyond ourselves, to seek knowledge not for dominion but for understanding. It has shown us that our place in the universe, while small, is also extraordinary. For in all the vastness we have observed, we have yet to find another world like ours, a world teeming with life, bursting with diversity, and capable of producing minds that can ponder the stars. This uniqueness carries with it a profound responsibility. If we are indeed alone in the universe, then every action we take matters even more. We are not merely inhabitants of Earth, we are its stewards. The ecosystems that sustain us, the biodiversity that enriches our lives, and the very air we breathe are all gifts of an intricate natural balance. To disrupt that balance is to jeopardize not only our future but the future of countless other forms of life that share this planet with us. Yet, our journey is not without hope. The same ingenuity that allows us to explore the heavens can be harnessed to solve the challenges we face on Earth. Advances in renewable energy, conservation biology, and sustainable technology show us that solutions are within reach, if we choose to act. The stars may inspire us, but it is our responsibility to ensure that the inspiration leads to action. And as we act, we must also remember to dream. The drive to explore, to push beyond what we know, is not just a scientific endeavor, it is a human one. It is an expression of our deepest longing to connect, to discover, and to understand. Whether we are charting the depths of the oceans, mapping the surface of Mars, or listening for signals from distant civilizations, we are driven by the same fundamental desire, to know our place in the cosmos. This desire unites us. In a world often divided by borders, ideologies, and conflicts, the night sky offers a reminder of our shared humanity. No matter where we stand on Earth, we look up at the same stars. We are bound by the same laws of physics, the same rhythms of time, and the same longing to belong to something greater. The cosmos does not distinguish between nations or cultures, it sees us only as we are, a single species, bound to a single planet, dreaming of the stars. And so, we move forward, not just as individuals, but as a collective. We carry with us the hopes of generations past and the potential of generations yet to come. Our journey is far from over, and the questions we face are as daunting as they are exhilarating. But as long as we continue to wonder, to strive, and to care, we ensure that our story will endure. In the grand, silent expanse of the universe, we are the voices that break the silence. We are the light that flickers against the dark. And as we reach for the stars, we carry with us the greatest of all aspirations, the hope that we might one day truly understand, not just the cosmos, but ourselves. The universe is vast, yet within its enormity, we find a profound sense of intimacy. It is a paradox that the light from distant stars, traveling millions or billions of years, reaches us here and now, carrying stories from an ancient past. These photons, born in the hearts of stars, illuminate not only the heavens but also our understanding of the universe's grand design. In their journey, they remind us of our connection to the cosmos. The atoms that make up our bodies were forged in stellar cores, scattered across space by supernovae, and reassembled through the alchemy of time and gravity. Every cell in our bodies, every thought in our minds, carries within it the history of stars long dead and galaxies long dissolved. This is the poetry of existence, that we are both ephemeral and eternal, fleeting in time yet infinite in our origins. As we contemplate this, our questions grow deeper. We ask not only how the universe came to be but why we are here to observe it. What role, if any, do we play in this immense, unfolding drama? Are we a mere accident, the result of chance and chemistry, or is there a deeper purpose to our consciousness? These questions have no easy answers, but in asking them, we affirm our humanity. They are the questions of beings aware of their own existence, of their fragility, their potential, and their yearning for meaning. This search for meaning has driven us to explore not just the physical universe but the philosophical one. It has inspired religions, philosophies, and sciences, all attempting to decode the mysteries of life and the cosmos. Yet, as our understanding grows, we find that the boundaries between these disciplines blur. The physics of the Big Bang, the chemistry of life, and the philosophy of existence all converge in a single, compelling truth, that we are part of a universe that is as intricate as it is infinite. But this knowledge comes with a responsibility. To understand the universe is to understand our impact on it. We have learned to manipulate the forces of nature, to harness energy, and to transform the environment. These abilities have brought us extraordinary progress, but they have also brought challenges that threaten the very systems that sustain us. Climate change, habitat destruction, and resource depletion are not just environmental issues, they are existential ones. If we are to survive, we must learn to see ourselves as part of a larger whole. The universe does not exist for us, but we are an inseparable part of it. This realization should inspire not arrogance but humility, a humility that drives us to care for our planet, to preserve its beauty and diversity, and to act as stewards of the fragile biosphere that has nurtured us. At the same time, we must not lose our spirit of exploration. The drive to understand the cosmos, to push the boundaries of what is known, is not a distraction from our responsibilities, it is a fulfillment of them. Every discovery we make about the universe, every insight we gain into its workings, deepens our appreciation for the delicate balance that allows us to exist. And so, we find ourselves at a crossroads. On one path lies the potential for destruction, born of neglect and short-sightedness. On the other lies the possibility of a future that honors both the Earth and the stars, a future where humanity thrives not at the expense of the planet but in harmony with it. This is the choice that defines our moment in history, a choice that will echo far beyond our time. The stars will endure, indifferent to our decisions. But we, as the consciousness of the cosmos, have the unique privilege and burden of deciding what our legacy will be. Will we be remembered as the species that squandered its gifts, or as the one that rose to its greatest potential, becoming caretakers of Earth and explorers of the universe? The answer lies within us. It lies in our ability to dream, to create, and to care. For in the end, the story of humanity is not just about survival, it is about the quest for meaning, the pursuit of knowledge, and the enduring hope that our small, fleeting light can illuminate the vast darkness of the cosmos. The story of humanity is a story of transformation, of a species born from stardust, rising to awareness, and daring to question its place in the grand scheme of existence. We began as wanderers, navigating by the patterns of the stars, and we remain wanderers still, seeking answers in the distant reaches of space and within the depths of our own consciousness. The cosmos calls to us not because it is easy to explore but because it is hard, mysterious, and full of the unknown. It presents us with challenges that push the boundaries of our ingenuity and resilience. We send our robotic emissaries to alien worlds, peer into the hearts of distant galaxies, and study the faint echoes of the Big Bang, all in pursuit of understanding. And yet, for every discovery, the universe reveals new mysteries, as if reminding us that its depths are inexhaustible. This unending pursuit is what defines us. It is not simply the answers we find but the act of seeking them that gives us purpose. Through exploration, we affirm our existence, our curiosity, and our connection to the infinite. And as we expand our understanding of the cosmos, we are confronted with profound questions about ourselves. What does it mean to live in a universe so vast that even light takes billions of years to traverse it? How should we reconcile our momentary lives with the near eternity of cosmic time? These are questions that transcend science, touching on philosophy, art, and spirituality. They remind us that while we may never fully comprehend the universe, the act of trying is itself a celebration of life. The journey inward is as important as the journey outward. As we gaze at the stars, we are also forced to confront our own nature, our triumphs and failures, our capacity for creation and destruction. The tools we use to explore the cosmos, from telescopes to rockets, are the same tools we must use to protect and heal our home. Technology is neutral, its purpose is defined by the intentions of those who wield it. And so, the great challenge of our time is not merely technological but moral, to align our pursuit of knowledge with wisdom, and our power with compassion. Earth remains our most immediate concern, a jewel in the cosmic void. Its ecosystems are finely tuned, its resources finite, its resilience not unlimited. Every tree, river, and mountain is a reminder of the delicate balance that sustains life. To care for our planet is not to limit our ambitions but to honor the very conditions that made those ambitions possible. As stewards of Earth, we must strive to create a world that is not only sustainable but also just and compassionate, a world where future generations can gaze at the stars with wonder, unburdened by the mistakes of the past. And yet, we must also look beyond. The stars represent both our origins and our destiny. They are the birthplace of the atoms that compose us and the distant beacons that may one day guide our descendants to new worlds. To explore space is not to abandon Earth but to extend its legacy. It is to carry the essence of this small, blue planet, a world of life, hope, and imagination, into the vastness of the unknown. In this endeavor, we are united. The light of a distant galaxy does not care about the borders we draw on maps, nor do the mysteries of the cosmos favor one culture over another. The night sky belongs to all of humanity, a shared heritage that transcends divisions. It reminds us that, for all our differences, we are bound by a common origin and a shared future. As we continue to explore, to ask, and to dream, we must remember that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. The universe is not separate from us, it is within us, written into our very being. We are the cosmos come alive, a way for the stars to know themselves. And in that realization lies a profound responsibility, to honor the miracle of existence, to cherish the fragile beauty of life, and to strive, always, for a deeper understanding of the infinite. This is our legacy. This is our purpose. To be wanderers, thinkers, and caretakers in a universe that, though vast and silent, is filled with the echoes of our questions and the light of our dreams. We are the universe made conscious, and as long as we continue to seek, we ensure that this consciousness will endure. The universe, in all its incomprehensible vastness, is a constant reminder of both our insignificance and our immense potential. On one hand, we are small, a single species on a small planet, orbiting an average star in a galaxy among billions. On the other hand, we are extraordinary, a flicker of awareness in a cosmos that otherwise appears indifferent to its own beauty. This paradox is the heart of our existence. We are tiny, yet we dare to imagine the infinite. Every step we take into the unknown, whether through the lens of a telescope or the robotic touch of a rover, is a declaration of hope. Hope that the universe is knowable, that its secrets are not beyond our grasp, and that in seeking them, we might better understand ourselves. Each discovery, whether it is the detection of gravitational waves or the chemical signature of an exoplanet's atmosphere, is a reminder that we are capable of uncovering truths that seemed beyond imagination just decades ago. Yet, as our gaze extends outward, we are also reminded of the importance of looking inward. The quest to explore the cosmos is inseparable from the need to understand our own world and our place within it. The Earth, with its delicate ecosystems and interwoven tapestry of life, is not merely a home, it is a living reminder of what the universe is capable of creating under the right conditions. To neglect it would be to forget the very thing that makes our exploration meaningful. This dual perspective, outward and inward, is what makes humanity unique. We are dreamers, capable of envisioning futures that stretch beyond our lifespans, and we are caretakers, entrusted with the present. The stars inspire us to imagine what might be, while the earth grounds us in the reality of what is. Both perspectives are essential, for it is only by balancing the two that we can hope to thrive. The challenges we face as a species are formidable. Climate change, resource depletion, and global inequality are issues that test our ingenuity, cooperation, and resolve. But they are also opportunities to demonstrate the best of what we are. Just as the cosmos challenges us to think beyond our immediate surroundings, these global crises demand that we think beyond our immediate interests. They require us to act not as individuals or nations, but as a species with a shared destiny. And what of that destiny? For centuries, humanity has dreamed of reaching the stars, not merely as a symbol of escape but as a testament to our boundless curiosity. The moon was our first step, Mars may be our next, and beyond lies the tantalizing possibility of other worlds, orbiting distant suns. These journeys will not be easy. They will demand perseverance, innovation, and the willingness to confront the unknown. But they will also unite us, reminding us that we are capable of achieving the extraordinary when we work together. In this grand adventure, the stars are not just destinations, they are mirrors. They reflect back at us our deepest questions, our greatest aspirations, and our most profound truths. They remind us that we are part of a universe that is vast, mysterious, and interconnected. And in that realization, we find not despair but wonder, a sense that, for all its challenges, existence is a gift. As we move forward, let us carry with us the wisdom of the past, the creativity of the present, and the dreams of the future. Let us remember that the universe is not something separate from us, it is the fabric of which we are made. To explore it is to explore ourselves, and to cherish it is to cherish the very essence of life. We are, after all, a moment in the cosmos, a fleeting spark in an eternal expanse. But within that spark lies the power to illuminate the darkness, to ask the questions that matter, and to shape a future worthy of the stars that inspired it. This is our story, and it is far from over. Our story, though brief in the cosmic sense, carries a weight of significance that is uniquely human. We are the species that dares to imagine futures beyond our reach, to see the universe not only as it is but as it could be. We are dreamers who look at the stars and see pathways, architects who turn visions into reality, and storytellers who weave meaning from the chaos of existence. The stars above, ancient and constant, remind us of the enduring nature of the universe. Their light travels through the eons, crossing distances so vast they boggle the mind, yet arriving here to illuminate our skies. To see a star is to witness the past, a moment in time frozen in its journey through space. And yet, in that ancient light, we find our own reflection. For just as the stars give their energy to the cosmos, we, too, shape the universe by our presence and our actions. Every moment we spend contemplating the cosmos, its origins, its mysteries, its future, is a moment spent contemplating ourselves. What are we, but a manifestation of the universe's own creativity? The atoms that form us were forged in stellar furnaces, the patterns of our thoughts are echoes of the cosmic order. To understand this is to realize that our existence is not separate from the universe, but a continuation of its story. This understanding comes with a profound responsibility. As the universe's conscious observers, we have the power to change the course of our world, for better or worse. The Earth, our cradle and sanctuary, is a testament to the universe's potential for life. Yet, it is also fragile, a reminder that the conditions that sustain us are not guaranteed to last forever. To care for this planet is to honor the improbable sequence of events that allowed us to exist at all. At the same time, our dreams must not be confined to the borders of our atmosphere. The universe is vast, and our curiosity compels us to explore it. Each step into the unknown, whether through robotic probes or human exploration, is a declaration that we refuse to accept limits on our understanding. Mars, Europa, and the distant reaches of the Kuiper Belt are not merely destinations, they are milestones in humanity's ongoing journey to know the universe and, ultimately, ourselves. Yet, for all our ambitions, we must approach the cosmos with humility. The universe does not owe us answers or rewards. Its silence is a reminder of its indifference, but also of its invitation. For in that silence, we find space to ask our questions, to dream our dreams, and to forge our path. The stars do not dictate our destiny, they inspire it. As we continue this journey, we must remember that our greatest strength lies in our unity. The challenges of space exploration, like the challenges of Earth, are not ones that any single individual, nation, or generation can solve alone. They require cooperation, imagination, and the willingness to see beyond the divisions that so often define us. When we look back at Earth from space, we see no borders, no divisions, only a single, delicate world, shared by all of humanity. In the end, our story is not just about survival. It is about purpose, wonder, and the unyielding drive to understand. The universe is a vast, uncharted ocean, and we are its sailors. Each discovery is a new shore, each question a new horizon. And though the journey may never end, it is the journey itself that gives our lives meaning. We are the universe, made conscious. We are the children of stars, reaching back to the heavens from which we came. And as long as we continue to seek, to dream, and to care, our light will endure, shining brightly in the infinite expanse of the cosmos. Our light, though faint against the vastness of the cosmos, is remarkable not for its brightness but for its origin. It is a light born not from stars but from minds, a radiance of curiosity, creativity, and the indomitable will to understand. This light, uniquely human, is what distinguishes us in the grand narrative of the universe. It is what drives us to transcend our origins and imagine futures that extend beyond the limitations of our small world. In the billions of years that the universe has existed, it has been shaped by forces indifferent to life, gravity pulling galaxies together, nuclear reactions igniting stars, and black holes consuming matter. And yet, on this fragile planet, in a fleeting moment of cosmic time, the universe has awakened to itself through us. We are the eyes and ears of the cosmos, the voice through which it contemplates its own existence. This awakening comes with profound implications. To recognize that we are part of something so vast and ancient is to feel both awe and responsibility. For while the stars will endure for billions of years, the conditions that sustain life on Earth are fleeting. The same processes that created our world, tectonic activity, climate cycles, and the evolution of ecosystems, are also the forces that can unmake it. Our challenge, then, is to navigate this delicate balance, to ensure that we do not squander the rare and precious gift of life. But life on Earth, extraordinary as it is, may not be unique. The universe, with its countless stars and billions of galaxies, is almost certainly teeming with the potential for life. Perhaps, on distant worlds orbiting distant suns, there are beings like us, gazing at their own night skies and wondering if they are alone. Perhaps they, too, have discovered the beauty of their world and the fragility of their existence. Our search for these distant kin, through radio signals, telescopes, and space probes, is not just a scientific endeavor. It is an act of connection, a recognition that we are not isolated but part of a larger cosmic community. Whether we find evidence of life elsewhere or not, the search itself is a reminder of our shared humanity. For in seeking others, we also seek to understand ourselves. The cosmos, silent and immense, does not offer easy answers. Its scale humbles us, its mysteries challenge us, and its indifference forces us to confront our own significance. Yet, in this confrontation, we find meaning. For it is precisely because the universe does not give us purpose that we must create it. In our actions, our explorations, and our care for one another and our planet, we write the story of what it means to be human. This story is still in its early chapters. The achievements of the past, fire, language, art, science, are the foundation upon which we build. The challenges of the present, climate change, inequality, and the exploration of space, are the tests that will define us. And the possibilities of the future are as boundless as the universe itself. Perhaps one day, far in the future, our descendants will look back on this era as the time when humanity truly began to understand its place in the cosmos. They will see it as the moment when we chose to rise above our divisions, to care for our planet, and to reach for the stars, not as conquerors, but as explorers and caretakers. And what of the universe itself? It will continue its grand, silent dance, its galaxies spinning and its stars burning, indifferent to our presence. But through us, it has found a voice, a way to marvel at its own existence. In our curiosity, our questions, and our dreams, the cosmos becomes more than a collection of stars and planets, it becomes a story. And as long as we continue to seek, to dream, and to care, we ensure that our chapter in that story will be one of hope, wonder, and boundless possibility. This is the legacy we have the power to create. This is the light we carry into the infinite. The light we carry is fragile yet enduring, a testament to the improbable journey that brought us here. It is the light of a species that emerged from the wilderness, learned to shape tools, harness fire, and gaze upward with questions that grew as vast as the skies themselves. It is the light of civilizations built, of knowledge passed through generations, of dreams preserved in art, science, and story. This light, though bound to our small blue world, is not constrained by it. It reaches outward, traveling alongside the radio waves we have cast into the void and the probes we have sent to touch the edges of the solar system. It shines in the ambitions of every explorer, scientist, and dreamer who looks beyond what is known and dares to imagine what lies beyond. And yet, as much as our gaze turns outward, we are continually drawn back to Earth. This planet, with its vivid blues, greens, and whites, is unlike anything we have found in our search of the cosmos. It is a world alive, teeming with a diversity so profound that we are still uncovering its mysteries. From the depths of its oceans to the peaks of its mountains, from the smallest microbe to the largest mammal, Earth is a symphony of life, a masterpiece billions of years in the making. To care for it is not merely an obligation, it is an act of gratitude. For every resource we use, every breath we take, is a gift from this planet, a reminder of the delicate systems that sustain us. And as we confront the environmental crises of our time, from rising temperatures to vanishing species, we are faced with a choice, to continue on a path of destruction or to forge a new one, grounded in respect and stewardship. This choice mirrors the duality of humanity itself. We are creatures of immense power, capable of shaping the world and even reaching beyond it. Yet, we are also vulnerable, dependent on the thin layer of atmosphere that protects us and the complex ecosystems that feed and sustain us. This duality, the balance between strength and fragility, is both our challenge and our hope. As we navigate this critical moment in history, the cosmos offers both perspective and inspiration. Its vastness humbles us, reminding us of our smallness, while its beauty ignites our sense of wonder. The stars, after all, are not just distant points of light, they are markers of time, windows into the past, and guides to the future. They call us to explore, to learn, and to push the boundaries of what is possible. But they also remind us of something deeper, that our journey is not just about what we find but about who we become. To explore the universe is to engage in a profound act of self-discovery. It is to ask not only, what is out there, but also, what does it mean to be here? In this way, the cosmos becomes a mirror, reflecting back our own nature, our aspirations, and our shared humanity. And so, we press forward, not because we know what lies ahead but because we must. To stop seeking, to stop wondering, would be to deny the very essence of who we are. The challenges we face, on Earth and beyond, are daunting, but they are also opportunities to rise to our highest potential. They are chances to show that we are not only capable of surviving but of thriving, of creating a future that honors both the Earth and the stars. The universe is vast, silent, and mysterious. But through us, it has found a voice. Through our questions, it has found purpose. And through our dreams, it has found hope. As we carry our light forward into the infinite, let us do so with humility, courage, and a deep sense of wonder, for the journey is as boundless as the stars themselves, and its greatest chapters are yet to be written. The chapters yet to be written are the ones that hold the promise of our evolution, not just as a technological species, but as a thoughtful and unified civilization. For all the light we send out into the cosmos, the greatest illumination comes from within, our ability to transcend the boundaries of ignorance, fear, and division, and to rise together toward a shared future. This future will not be handed to us by the universe, it must be forged by our own will. The stars, magnificent as they are, will not guide our moral compass, nor will the galaxies solve the challenges we face. But they inspire us. They remind us of the infinite potential within us, the same potential that allows us to decode the light of distant quasars, map the invisible currents of dark matter, and speculate about dimensions beyond our perception. This inspiration fuels our greatest endeavors. It propels our spacecraft to the outer planets and beyond, stretches the reach of our telescopes to the beginnings of time, and compels us to ask questions that seem, at first, unanswerable. Why is there something rather than nothing? How did life emerge? Are we alone, or are we part of a vast, unseen network of conscious life scattered across the stars? These are not idle curiosities, they are questions that define our place in the universe. But as we seek these answers, we must also wrestle with questions of a different nature. What kind of future will we create on Earth? How will we treat one another in the process of building that future? Will we allow our divisions to dictate our fate, or will we find unity in the shared wonder of existence? These questions demand more than intellect, they demand empathy, courage, and a vision that extends beyond individual lifetimes. The challenges we face today, climate change, resource scarcity, technological disruption, are as daunting as the mysteries of the cosmos. Yet, they are solvable. They require the same ingenuity, determination, and collaboration that we have demonstrated in exploring the universe. Just as we have learned to decipher the faint signals of distant stars, we can learn to listen to the needs of our planet and its inhabitants. The Earth, for all its seeming permanence, is fragile. Its ecosystems are finely balanced, its resources finite. It has endured for billions of years, but the pressures we place upon it are unprecedented. To ignore this reality is to risk not only our own extinction but the loss of something irreplaceable, a world teeming with life, beauty, and possibility. Caring for the Earth is not just an act of survival, it is an act of love, a recognition that this planet is more than a home, it is a part of us. As we care for the Earth, we must also prepare for the stars. The two are not mutually exclusive, they are interconnected. The drive to explore is not a rejection of our planet but an extension of our nature. To seek new worlds is to honor the one we come from, carrying its lessons, its beauty, and its spirit into the unknown. It is to ensure that the light of humanity endures, not just for centuries but for millennia. Perhaps one day, far in the future, our descendants will stand on the surface of a distant planet, looking back at Earth as a pale blue dot in their sky. They will carry with them the legacy of this moment, the moment when humanity chose to see itself not as a collection of separate nations, but as a single, united species, bound by its shared origins and its shared dreams. That legacy will not be measured by the technology we create or the distance we travel. It will be measured by the values we carry with us, the respect for life, the commitment to justice, and the unyielding curiosity that drives us to understand. These are the lights that will guide us, not only to the stars but to a future worthy of their beauty. In the end, the cosmos does not need us. The stars will burn, the galaxies will spin, and the universe will unfold its story with or without our participation. But we, fragile and finite as we are, bring something to the cosmos that is unique, the ability to see, to wonder, and to give meaning. Through us, the universe knows itself. And that is reason enough to carry our light forward, boldly, humbly, and with hearts full of awe. The awe we feel is not merely an emotion, it is a bridge between what we know and what we long to understand. It connects the finite world of our daily lives to the infinite expanse of the cosmos. In that awe, we glimpse the profound truth of our existence, that we are simultaneously creators and explorers, bound by the laws of the universe yet capable of shaping our own destiny within it. The journey we are on, as a species and as individuals, is one of becoming. From our earliest steps on Earth to the first footprints left on the Moon, each chapter of our story has been marked by a willingness to push beyond the familiar, to seek out new frontiers, and to confront the unknown. This is not merely an act of survival, it is an act of transcendence. It is the recognition that our place in the universe is not given but created, moment by moment, choice by choice. As we write the next chapters of this story, we must embrace both the challenges and the opportunities before us. The challenges are formidable: a warming planet, dwindling biodiversity, social inequities, and the ethical dilemmas posed by powerful new technologies. Yet, these challenges are also invitations to innovate, to collaborate, and to grow. They remind us that progress is not inevitable, it is earned through effort, empathy, and imagination. The opportunities, on the other hand, are boundless. We are living in an age where the tools of exploration are more powerful than ever before. Space telescopes peer into the hearts of galaxies, rovers traverse alien landscapes, and particle accelerators probe the fundamental building blocks of reality. These tools do more than extend our reach, they expand our perspective, revealing a universe that is more intricate and interconnected than we ever imagined. This interconnectedness is perhaps the most profound lesson the cosmos has to teach us. It shows us that everything, from the smallest particle to the largest galaxy, is part of a single, unfolding story. The atoms in our bodies were forged in stars, the water we drink has cycled through the planet for billions of years, the light we see from distant galaxies is a glimpse into the deep past. We are not separate from the universe, we are threads in its vast tapestry. And just as we are connected to the universe, we are connected to each other. The borders we draw, the divisions we create, are insignificant in the face of the cosmic perspective. When we look at Earth from space, we see a single, fragile world, united by its beauty and its vulnerability. This perspective is not just inspiring, it is essential. For if we are to navigate the challenges of our time, we must do so together, recognizing that our fates are intertwined. The stars remind us of what is possible. They remind us that even in the vastness of space, there is light, even in the immensity of time, there is meaning. And they remind us that our story, though small in the grand scheme of things, is uniquely ours to write. It is a story of curiosity and courage, of failure and triumph, of a species that dares to dream. As we continue this journey, let us carry with us the wisdom of the stars and the lessons of the earth. Let us remember that our greatest strength lies not in our individual achievements but in our collective vision. Let us choose to be caretakers of our planet, explorers of the cosmos, and stewards of the future. For in the end, the legacy we leave behind will not be measured by the distance we travel or the technology we create, but by the depth of our understanding and the breadth of our compassion. It will be measured by the light we bring to the universe, not the light of stars, but the light of thought, imagination, and hope. This is our calling. This is our journey. To seek, to wonder, and to create meaning in a universe that, though vast and silent, is alive through us. And as long as we continue to carry this light forward, our story will endure, a testament to the beauty and resilience of the human spirit. Our story, carried forward by the courage to dream and the will to act, is not confined to the boundaries of Earth or the constraints of time. It is a story that reaches back to the first sparks of human curiosity, when our ancestors gazed at the stars and wondered, what lies beyond? That same curiosity propels us today, urging us to explore the unknown and to extend the horizons of knowledge. Yet, even as we push outward, the story of humanity is one of connection, between ourselves, our planet, and the cosmos. This connection is more than physical, it is deeply emotional, philosophical, and even spiritual. The realization that we are part of a universe vast beyond comprehension brings with it both humility and empowerment. We are not its masters, nor are we its prisoners, we are its participants, shaping its story even as it shapes us. The light we carry is unique in its origin but not necessarily in its existence. As we search for life beyond Earth, we do so with the hope that we are not alone. What might it mean to discover a distant civilization, born under the light of a different star? Would they share our questions, our fears, our longing for connection? Or would they see the universe in ways we cannot yet imagine? The possibility of extraterrestrial life, intelligent or microbial, expands the scope of our narrative. If life exists elsewhere, it is a testament to the universality of the forces that created us. If it does not, it makes our existence all the more extraordinary, a singular phenomenon in an otherwise lifeless expanse. In either case, the search is deeply meaningful, a reflection of our need to reach beyond ourselves. This need, to connect, to explore, to transcend, is what defines us as a species. It is what drives us to build telescopes that peer into the past, to launch spacecraft that journey into the future, and to tell stories that give meaning to the present. It is what transforms the raw data of the universe into a narrative that speaks to our humanity. The stars, for all their brilliance, do not tell us how to live. The galaxies, for all their grandeur, do not provide us with purpose. These are gifts we must give ourselves. And as we write the next chapters of our story, we must do so with intention, with care, and with an awareness of the responsibility we bear, not just to the Earth and its life, but to the universe that made us. This responsibility is as vast as the cosmos itself. It is the responsibility to protect the fragile ecosystems of our planet, to ensure that the technology we create serves not only progress but justice, and to foster a sense of unity in the face of our shared challenges. It is also the responsibility to dream boldly, to seek answers to questions that seem unanswerable, and to imagine futures that extend beyond our lifetimes. These futures may include the establishment of human settlements on other worlds, the discovery of life beyond Earth, and the creation of societies that reflect the best of what we are capable of becoming. But they will also be shaped by the choices we make here and now, choices about how we treat one another, how we care for our planet, and how we define our place in the universe. In the face of the infinite, it is easy to feel small. But it is precisely this smallness that makes our story so remarkable. We are a fleeting moment in the cosmos, yet within that moment, we have the power to create beauty, to uncover truth, and to illuminate the darkness. We are, as Carl Sagan so eloquently put it, a way for the cosmos to know itself. As long as we carry this awareness, as long as we continue to ask questions, seek answers, and care for one another, our light will endure. It will shine not just in the stars we explore but in the lives we touch, the knowledge we share, and the legacy we leave behind. This is our journey, an endless horizon of discovery, connection, and meaning. And as we move forward into the unknown, let us do so with wonder in our hearts, courage in our actions, and a deep gratitude for the universe that made us and the life it has allowed us to create. The journey of humanity, from the first spark of curiosity to the vast ambitions of interstellar exploration, is a testament to the extraordinary nature of existence itself. We are creatures born of stardust, shaped by the forces of a universe so immense that its scale humbles even our greatest imaginations. And yet, within our smallness lies our greatest strength, the ability to question, to wonder, and to create meaning. Our story is not just about survival, it is about purpose. It is about the courage to explore the unknown, the wisdom to care for the world that sustains us, and the compassion to see ourselves as part of something greater. The earth, with its fragile beauty, is our cradle, but the stars are our inheritance. They call to us, not just as destinations but as reminders of our shared origin and limitless potential. As we gaze at the night sky, we are reminded that the universe is vast, silent, and indifferent. Yet, through us, it has found a voice that seeks to understand, that reaches across the void, and that dares to dream. Our light, though brief in the cosmic scale, is not insignificant. It is a flame of awareness, a spark of possibility, a testament to the miracle of existence. The challenges we face, on Earth and beyond, are immense, but they are also opportunities to rise to our highest potential. They invite us to unite as a species, to harness our ingenuity for the greater good, and to build a future that honors both the planet that gave us life and the stars that inspire us. In the end, the legacy of humanity will not be measured by the distance we travel or the technology we build, but by the depth of our understanding and the kindness of our actions. It will be measured by how we choose to care for one another, for our world, and for the universe that is our home. This is our story, one of wonder and courage, of fragility and resilience, of a species that dared to seek its place among the stars. As long as we continue to dream, to act, and to carry our light forward, we ensure that our story will endure, a beacon of hope and meaning in the infinite expanse of the cosmos. Let this be our legacy, that we looked up at the stars, not with despair at their distance, but with awe at the possibility they represent, that we cared for the earth as our home and embraced the universe as our heritage, and that we lived, not as isolated beings, but as a part of the grand, unfolding story of existence.